So, last time we talked about when I was a baby, and I talked briefly about reconnecting with my mom, but I didn't talk about why there was a reconnection in the first place. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and talk about what happened for there to be this connection in the first place. And so when I was 17, I got pregnant by a guy that I was going to college with. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to tell my mom. I kind of knew I was pregnant. Then I figured it out for real. And it came out. And at first I was going to keep him. But as time went on, I realized that, I was living with my mom at that time. And her boyfriend of choice at that time, who was a piece of crap, like all of them. So I decided that it was in his best interest to give him up for adoption, because I felt like the only way to raise him would be to stay with her, and I didn't want him to have anything close to the kind of life that I had. So I decided to find parents for him and give him up for adoption. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was what I felt like it was the best thing for him. So I did. I found parents. There was a fight between her boyfriend and I, a physical fight, and he sicked his dog on me. The dog attacked me, and when I came to the dog, I blacked out during the fight, and when I came to, the dog had his mouth wrapped around my neck, but the dog really liked me, so he didn't bite down, or I probably wouldn't be here right now. And so then I got the parents and I got the courts to help me move out of my mom's house and down to Phoenix. And they got me an apartment and food money until I gave birth. But then, 10 days after I gave birth, all that was over. So I had $40 to my name. I met some girl. I don't even remember where we met. Through friends, I think. And she said I could stay with her if I bought food. I said, okay, no problem. I spent the money that I had on food, and I said everybody's welcome to it. And then, a few days later, she said, you have to get a job by the end of the day, or you have to go. And I was like, well, I have no money and nowhere to go. She's like, I don't care. That's not my problem. So I looked for a job all day. But, this was before cell phones. There was pay phones, and I rode the bus, and I just didn't have, a promise of a job. So I came home and I called my mom. And I said, well, I don't think I can stay here because I'm, penniless. And, I'm about to be kicked out on the street with no money and nowhere to go. I know nothing. And she just basically said, okay, you can't come home. I'm going to Idaho tomorrow. And I don't think she was even gonna, try to let me know. So I don't. Then I didn't. I said, what am I supposed to do? She's like, I don't know. And that was it. She just hung up, and I didn't hear from her for 22 years, except for one time where she kind of talked about herself for 5 minutes and then rushed off the phone. And that was because she was at her aunt's house, who I think probably made her call me, but she could have gotten hold of me So it was kind of weird. Anyway, then she came back in my life and I decided to try to give her another chance or try to see, you know, what kind of relationship we could have now. Because the whole time I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what I did to make her just stop talking to me. Like I didn't, you know, I didn't know why didn't she want to be my mom? I found a website of hers at one time where I reached out to, and then as soon as I reached out to it, it just was taken down. And so, like, you know, this is like over the course of 22 years, so I'm talking like sometime in all that time. And then, you know, when we reconnected, I asked questions about things that happened when I grew up and why, you know, now I'm a parent. Now I know from being a parent what it's like to be the protector of your kid and to be the one that makes the choices of who comes in and out of your life and where you live and, you know, what you're willing to do to take care of your kids. And I didn't get answers. I just got like, oh, but it was bad for me. You know, yeah, I know it was bad, but it was bad for me. So it's still like not really sorry, just still like minimizing, and that it, you know, still like minimizing what I went through, you know. So that's why we weren't connected for all those years. It wasn't my choice, it was hers. And I still never got an explanation why. You know, she said that she didn't know where I was, but that's not true because my grandparents had the same address for like forever. Phone's doing it again, so we're going to try to make this quick. But she knew it because she used to make me write them letters. And they didn't move for a long time until they got sick. So I don't buy that. So I don't know. When she came back, it was a weird thing because then she had this whole different, I'm here to spread love and all this. But the dynamic between us was, I reverted back to feeling small and insignificant, and like as a kid I wasn't allowed to need things. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Let's see if it'll stay on this time. Or I may not even put this out. I don't know. This thing is being weird. Maybe it's my sign. I don't know. But it's like, now I lost my train of thought. I was trained to not need anything, to like not say anything if I was hungry or tired or anything like that. Just be quiet and make money and smile and perform. But don't get the reward and don't say anything about it. And don't leave. And when people tell you that you're lucky, smile and tell them, yep. Even though you don't feel lucky. So, yeah, that, it really messed me up. Like, to the point where I actually stopped playing music for a number of years and didn't even tell anybody that I was a musician. Like, I had roommates for years that didn't even know I could play, let alone that I actually was like educated and a professional and had been a professional for years as a kid. Yeah, So anyway, so I feel like I've been kind of, since we reconnected, unknowingly, a lot of that feeling unseen and unheard and unimportant, and just go away and disappear. I've been doing it, like, not necessarily like on purpose. It's just I have been, and I even asked my son about it, like, over time. He said, yeah, over time you have, like, since you reconnected with her, you used to go out, used to do things, you used to, go places, and now I just don't. And I find that when I do, I'm super anxious. And this is new because I wasn't always like that. I mean, I was super anxious, like, as a kid about my family, but then once I got away, I felt like, oh, thank God. And I don't know. So that's another piece of the puzzle of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Anyway, I know this is heavy, and I know it's probably not for everyone, but if it is for you, please click like and subscribe and share or whatever. I will be putting more pieces of the puzzle together as time goes on, because I don't want this vlog to be like crazy long. I don't know if you call it a vlog or a vlog. So anyway,